Hello folks, this is PythonQaAi bootcamp, and today we're gonna make first steps. I will make these first steps with you. It's same first steps for me. I will record this from the scratch, and there might be delays, there might be mistakes, because I'm investigating this topic now here with you, same as you. So let's start. Let's start with the most important one thing, I believe, and this is the tool that we're gonna use like every day, and that is ChatGPT. So I've created a brand new account, absolutely empty, to show you how powerful this thing nowadays and how we can use it to achieve our goal. So this is the main window. I do believe you already know about that. What you might not know is this fine option, the project thing. So here I can start a project. The project is something that is related to some area. The thing is, the context inside the project would be shared for every chat. So if I want to investigate a domain, or usually in my daily work, I've just created project according to project I'm doing, and context of the chats basically shared, and I don't need to provide a lot of details to get the right answer. So I suggest we create a project here, and the name of the project would be PythonQaAi, like this. Good. So this is the project, and all chats would be here. This is a free version, no fancy things. Also interesting how it would behave and perform. Me personally, I get paid one with a lot of tokens, so maybe some things I in my daily work do more efficiently, but it's interesting if that would be enough for our study. Next thing is the Confluence. So as you can see right now, I'm using Confluence, and I use Confluence a lot. I have a lot of spaces here. Like I have a cheat sheet, and I make a lot of notes on my daily basic with something I might forget, but I found it interesting. I have how-to articles here, for example, and different tips for different areas. So very handy tool. And also I've created this Python area for our bootcamp, and here we have some files, some topics. That is our roadmap and our resources I've prepared for you. So yes, Confluence is a very handy tool in terms of organizing your area or systematization knowledge. I use it every day, and in development it's absolutely must have. So I have here a plan for what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna download pages from Confluence, what I've created here. So specialization, that is who we want to become, and I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna export it as PDF file. Okay, and it's going to download. while it's downloading, I'll show you next page. Next would be a learning roadmap. This is maybe most interesting thing. So here, what we're gonna do, we'll split it on areas. So we're gonna Python, we're gonna testing, we're gonna AI integration, and web application and databases. And the scope is something that we need, that's some minimum that we need to study. And the scope, the some minimum deliverables is the output we need to provide. And well, every step, every area has its own deliverables. This is absolutely must-have to show your future recruiter that you not only listen for the course, but you also do something. Every deliverable is some artifact, is some project, some application, or maybe tool, maybe toy, whatever. Maybe just your how-to or cheat sheet, something that you build as a conclusion based on this scope. So we also export this right now. Okay, we can download this. Okay, and the next would be project growth. This 3 steps or 3 or 4 steps of project we're gonna build, starting just from raw Python, then test it, then we add AI tools to that, and then we create kind of pipeline of AI agents that gonna cooperate with each other. So we're gonna export this, and we're gonna download this, and the next one is courses and resources. I've did a research and narrowed down to couple most complete sources of knowledges. It's maybe courses, maybe video lessons, maybe just the documentation, but this is what we need. We don't need any more. That would be more than enough, believe me. And maybe you wouldn't even get your hands to everything. Yep. So we're gonna export this to PDF, and I download this. Next would be certificate roadmap. These are a bunch of certificates. I would suggest you to apply and get after this course to have like some kind of document you can show to HR that you not only listen to the course, but you understand what we talked about. And during the course last month, 6 months, we're gonna prepare for this certification, and I have no doubts we're gonna pass it. So we're gonna export this also, and we're gonna download these. And at this point you might be interested, why am I exporting this and saving this to files? Here is the trick. I go back to Python, to Python projects and ChatGPT, and we have here project settings. And in project settings we also might have, oh, project settings, just an instruction and memory. Okay, so that would be sources. Yep. So we can add sources here. We can upload context inside the project. So every time we ask something in this project, ChatGPT analyzes these files and understand context, where we are, why we asking this, what are we doing in general. So I'm gonna add these files. I'm gonna just drag them and drop. So they are in my downloads, and those are these. Okay, they are being downloaded or uploading, to be more precisely. And what have I got here next is add pages to project and then asked. So this is just silly prompt. It's not structured, it's not optimized, just a first silly prompt. And this prompt is to ask that based on these files attached to the project, even have some errors. Okay, considering I'm just starting today, so today is the first day, right? Today is first day for us. What would be the best thing I can do in nearest 1 hour? So I came home from the work, I have 1 hour. I don't want to spend it in Instagram, but I don't want to, I don't know how much time I need to study today, so I want to play 1 hour. I want to plan 1 hour. So, and one more thing is I want a JSON file with the milestones so I can track my progress. This file we're gonna use, and this file we can edit and upload again and again to track our progress. So next time I ask question what to do in nearest 1 hour, I would get answer based on my progress. So let's see. At this point you can grab a cup of tea. So based on the files upload, highest ROI, in the next 1 hour, set up Python environment is basically what we are going to do now. And create your first GitHub repo. Why not? With a sample Python script. So it's explain why it's optimal. It's give project structure. It's give a project. And it's show how to commit to GitHub. So pretty much everything. And this is the JSON file that we're gonna use to track our goal. And the first is fundamentals, environment setup, steps. I'm gonna just change this false to complete when it's be done. Pretty nice. I can work with that. Good. Next, what I want to show you next is convert project files to HTML. Okay, I want to make them HTML files. This is something for the future when we gonna need to study HTML. I believe work with these files would be more effective as an example of HTML code. So I'm gonna convert it. Let's see what happened. Good, good, good. I like it. I like it. Career roadmap. Nice. But I don't think I have everything here. Okay, I'm gonna finish this later, but we have this file and we're gonna check it later. Now, next step would be GitHub. So GitHub also must have, and I have created one. Nope. Sorry, I'm gonna find this GitHub. That should be PythonQaAi. I work with several organizations. This is just to separate different aspects of my life, and this would be completely new area, completely new repository. I've created here bootcamp, so brand new, empty, just for this. And so here I'm in repository, and I'll show you how to create your own repository a little bit later. But now I'm gonna show you how you can work with my repository, right? So you're gonna follow this address at the top. GitHub.com PythonQaAi, and you'll find this Python bootcamp repository. And then you can click on the green code button. When you click this button, you're gonna have this line, right? It's a big one. So you just click here on copy sign and you copy URL. Just make sure that you on SSH. It could be HTTPS, it's no problem, but most secure and more advanced nowadays to use SSH. And for you as a future developer, it's better to use SSH. We will touch SSH at some point in our roadmap. We have something related. Where is our learning roadmap? We have something related to that web application here, Linux basics. So in this step, I will tell you a little bit more about SSH. We play with that. You're definitely gonna need it to do your first steps on your future job, because you're gonna have to set up connection to repository via SSH. It's like 100%. You just cannot work in other way. So we're gonna touch that definitely. But for now, and just trust me that you would better start with SSH. So we copy that. Nice. What is our next step? Create repository, show Copilot settings. Copilot. It's located in the settings Copilot. Basically, if you print GitHub settings, you should be on the settings page. And Copilot, one of the setting. If I scroll down, somewhere here, here's Copilot. And inside Copilot, you can see features. I've already set up Copilot. I have paid version, obviously, because I need more advanced questions to ask. But somewhere here, you should find enable, and you can start with the free one and see how it goes. If you're gonna need paid, the paid version costs like $10 in a month. Not that big, not that much money, but you would see it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And with my high work, with my high pressure work, since the 1st of the March, I've spent only 17% of that $10. So it's more than enough. So I believe our free resources, free limits would be enough also. Should be fine. So check your Copilot. Copilot should be there. Good. What is next thing? Copilot settings. We copy repository already, so we does it in opposite. Now let's go to Visual Studio. I believe you install Visual Studio. I've never worked with Visual Studio. This is also new for me. I don't know how things work here. I'm gonna do it with you. So we need to clone repository. We've copied URL just yet. And when I open Visual Studio Code, the home page, the welcome page, would have this clone repository. Right? This one, clone repository. So I click here and I have window to paste repository. Okay. It says clone from GitHub. Okay, I'm fine. So I paste repository here and I click clone from URL. Super. What happening? Let's see what happening. Okay, it says select as repository destination. So I need to choose where I'm gonna save this. I think I have Git folder for this. Okay, select as Git repository destination and open. Yes, I want open it. Good. I trust the authors. Yes, that's me. Why I should not? So yes. Now at the left top I have project structure and it has only one README file, Python bootcamp. That is fine. I'm gonna add some files here. So I'm gonna drag and drop. That would be same files I've just pasted in the ChatGPT. I believe you're gonna need them. So I'm adding this. And now I need to push this to repository. To push files to repository, I think this icon should be it. So to push files to repository, I need to create something called commit. So all changes being like packaged in the box, and I have a note on the box what inside the box, right? So this is the commit. I should package it first and then ship to repository. Repository is somewhere in the Git server. So first thing I'll commit, but I need to write some message. What inside here? And inside here is Python roadmap. So what I'm doing, I'm adding Python roadmap. Nice. So I'm committing. And no stage change. Would I like to stage? Yes, I won't like to stage. What I have missed, I'll show you the image, the warning. So what I've missed, I did not place my changes inside the box. So I did not stage them. So to place them inside the box, I need to stage them first, and now it says that I haven't done it. So yes, I'm gonna stage them. So now here I have these changes. Let's see if I can show you here. So as in Python, this is my step. Okay, now I need to ship it. So to ship it, here I believe I can use this button, push. Yes, push. Okay, something happening in the right screen, right part of the screen. It asks, would I like to run git fetch? No, I don't. I don't like this automation. So what happened here? I don't see any other messages on the screen. So I think we should be fine. Let's see what happened inside my repository. Now I'm gonna refresh it. And you see, we have these files. So next time when you visit my repository, you would see these files and you can, as I said, click the code button, copy, paste it in your Visual Studio and have them locally. And after that, you can easily feed these files to ChatGPT project and you will be happy. Okay, what else have I here? GitHub, copy, Visual Studio, upload files, push. Right, GitHub, create repository. So how do we create repository and why do we need a repository? So from the very first day, you need to create repository for your deliverables, for your output of learning. So you can address to these projects later to refresh your memory. First thing, the most important, it is for you. And the second thing, it is something you can show to others, to HRs, to recruiters, or whatever. Now, to show you how to create a new repository, I'll change the GitHub organization to my personal space. And my personal space is Max Java. So I go to my repositories inside Max Java. And you see I have a lot. So let's create a new one. This is me pretending to be you. We're gonna create repository for our deliverables, right? For our artifacts, for our projects. And this gonna be your repository where you're gonna push. So let's create new. This is a new button at the top here. Now, what we have here? We should create a repository name. So let's say it would be, we study Python, it's a bootcamp. Let's it be Python bootcamp. Okay. Next, description. I don't need description. The configuration, though, quite important. I maybe do it like this. That should be more handy. Okay. So, repository could be public or private. Private would be visible only for you. Public would be visible for anyone. But not anyone could push or do something inside your repository. They can take a look at it, but not change anything. So at this point, public is fine. I'll do private repository when I create a project, when I do, some sensitive data, or if I'm not sure if this data might be sensitive. For example, if I develop in a web application and I'm not sure if this application is secure enough, I would make this repository public, because somebody can analyze my code and find vulnerabilities and attack me. So that is the issue. For study, just don't save the passwords and you'll be fine. So public would be more than enough. We don't need template. I suggest adding readme file, because that would also create first steps of initialization of repository. Very handy. So readme should be there. Okay, and in the very end we have create repository. Right, so this same view as the previous, but that would be your own repository. So you go to the code, you click on the copy, and you go to your Visual Studio, and now we need to create a new project. It should be somewhere here. I believe it should be somewhere here. Nope. New text file, open, recent, open, window help. I don't know. I do not know. Open. I don't need open. I need to create a clone. Okay, I don't know. When I don't know, I'm not spending much time on, doing things. Now I go to ChatGPT and how to clone new repository in VS Code. Let's see. Open repository, clean code button. Okay, that's what we done. Press Ctrl+Shift+P, type git clone, select git clone. Okay, choose folder, asked terminal. Okay, this would be terminal. Nice. Clone from source control tab. Source control icon, branch icon. Okay, so source control icon would be this. We're here. I clicked this, and what next? Click clone repository, paste rule. Somewhere here should be clone repository. It's not that. It's not that. What is this? These are branches. Create new branch code. Nice. What this? View. Source control. Repositories. Okay, now I got repositories. And if I got repositories, I should got the button create new. Nope. Okay, I don't know what I gonna do if I don't know. I'm gonna create a screenshot and I'm gonna feed my screen to ChatGPT. So capture and paste, and I don't see any clone repository. Where is it? Already opened. Okay, you inside source control panel. Okay. Okay, yes. Welcome screen. File, close folder, and then would be welcome screen. Okay, good. Control Shift P. Okay, source control panel when no is open, and boom, 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 boom. Okay, so this should be it. Control Shift P. Because if I close this project, I want to have them open. I want to have several projects open. So let's try Control Shift P. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. And Command Shift P. For me it's Command Shift P and type git clone. Okay. Command Shift P, git clone. Okay, we have this, and I need repository again. The repository is here. Copy, and let's git. Nope. Control Shift P. Git clone. Oh my god. Control Shift P. Git clone. Okay. Clone from GitHub. Okay. And select. Select, that would be the same, my git repo. Okay. Okay, and I want to open it in the new window. So now I'm gonna have two windows. And yes, I trust the authors. Same here, just readme file. Very good. So I cloned repository. Now I'm gonna do some work. I've created repository, I've copied, clone repository. Now we go to Copilot. I'm gonna create the very first Python project. Let's see. Copilot is in the right corner here. You cannot see because of my camera, and I think I can do it like this, right? So Copilot is here. If you don't see it here, it should be icon at the very right bottom here. So you click on this icon and you're gonna have Copilot. If you don't have Copilot there, you need to activate Copilot in GitHub, and then you're gonna have option here to log into Copilot using your GitHub account. That is what you're gonna do. You log into Copilot using your GitHub account. Now, I'm in Copilot. I'm in agent mode. You wouldn't have agent mode, but I'm in the agent. I'm gonna check it to change it to ask. And what I need, I want to create hello world project using Python, and generate files using Copilot. So the thing here, it starts thinking now. The thing here is models are different. Some models designed to work with images. Some models designed to work with text. Some models designed to work with code. And Copilot mostly designed to work with code. Even if it has asked, it wouldn't be that sophisticated in the wording, you know. That is why we need two. We need Copilot to generate code, to analyze code, to ask him about the code. And for more vague question, for more general question, we're gonna use ChatGPT or any other generative AI by your choice. So what it says create top. It says use terminal. In terminal I can run these commands like ask Copilot to files. Open Copilot chat and paste this prompt: create minimal Python hello world project. Fill files with content. Okay, requirements. Okay, if you want to paste it manually, use this content. If I want to create files manually, but no, I want to use it with my Copilot. So I go to Copilot again and go to right bottom of the screen. Go to right bottom of the screen and I'm gonna paste it. The same thing I've just copied, and I think agent is paid. Here I can use models. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay, use this exact content. No. This is not what I want. Let me try another thing. Right bottom. I want it to create files. Let me try edit. Nope. Edit. Let's edit. Okay, let's maybe hit this button plus. It says appears something not that what I've expected. Okay, so maybe ask configures custom agents, ask explore plan, generate created decision do now. It's not that. Mine says that. Okay, let's try this. Plan, start implementation. It's very interesting what is gonna happen. Okay, I'll get back my cameras somewhere here in the left top. Something new here. It's look like files. Okay, nothing happened here, but it's do something. directly in future session. Go to various settings, compile. Okay, I just haven't created, so I need to change settings. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Settings, where you might be. Go to code settings. Code settings. Next, Copilot settings. Settings. Copilot. Let's search for Copilot. GitHub Copilot. Okay. Copilot. Agent. Yeah, agent. Agent. I need this setting. And setting called enable file editing tools. File editing tools. Copilot chat, Copilot chat, Copilot chat, Copilot chat, agent. Agent. Editor context for okay, that's interesting. File editing tools. Let's see. File editing tools. In Copilot. Context editing, nope. Editing. I don't know, guys, I don't know. Editing tools. Files directly in future sessions. Let me load the file editing tools first. Okay. Not enabled in this workspace. Okay. Okay. Let's see what ChatGPT said about it. Okay. I want Copilot to generate files. It says files in VS Code. Okay, it says open folder. Okay, enable Copilot editing tools. Oh, everything could be done through Ctrl+Shift+P. Super. Let's see. Ctrl+Shift+P. Then Copilot open chat settings. Copilot open chat settings. This one. Nope. Copilot open chat settings. Allow always allow. Okay. Okay, nice, nice. But this is not what I wanted. I have chat settings, but I don't see edit. Okay, check Copilot mode. Inside, look for mode selected. It should be agent. Okay, not ask, it's agent. Only agent can. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, the thing is, my IntelliJ IDEA has agent and edit. And I've been told that agent more expensive than edit. That's why I spent time to try find this edit. Okay, okay. Let's then go back to the session. So what we wanted to create readme project. Good. So I close this and I open again. So now I'm selecting here agent and I want to create readme. I want to create hello world. So create hello world project using Python language. And let's see now. So now this thing should create files. Okay, you can see here I have already hello world. Nice. And it asked me to allow to execute the code, and I obviously allow it. It's gonna perform some settings, I don't know. Okay, okay, okay. And that's it. Now I have hello world. And let's see how it works. So I have main py. This is the code. It's gonna print hello world. Oh, by the way, after it's generate code, it gonna ask to keep everything. Oh no, so this is here in the right corner here. So it's gonna ask, and we're gonna keep everything. And as you can see, it asks if I want to install extension. Of course I want. Of course I want. Okay, 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 okay. Extension Python, and it seems to be installed, by the way. I don't know. Switch to pre-release version, Python language, extension, I don't know, programming categories. Well, auto update, yep, it seems to be here already. Auto update, yes, 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 it's installed. Nice. Okay, so get back to the files. Here are the files. And I have here git ignore. This is something you don't want to push to GitHub. and I have readme file. And readme file can be viewed, I believe, with this button. Nope. This button. So it's something with it's markdown, MD markdown file. It's to make document files look beautiful with minimal text editor, you can say. So this is Hello World Python. This is how you can run it, and this is what it's gonna print. So it's how to use this program. And here our main Py file. I'm gonna close all this. I don't know what is this. So main Py, and we can run it. And to run it, I believe we can use this arrow. What we have here? Yes, we have our output hello world. Left bottom. Yes, here hello world. That means that everything is working as expected, and I can start playing with this. I think that is cool. I think that is cool. Okay, let's get back to the topic. And the topic is roadmap. So Copilot, generate hello world, and pass to the repository. So I want to have this file here. To do that, I click this, and there's a changes, and I think if I select everything, oh, this is not the project, this is the project, sorry guys. Okay, so if I go here, I can see that these are the changes. Okay, these are the changes under this button, and I think this plus sign mean that I can add this file to commit. So package, and I click yes, it go to staged. So click here and click here, right, and commit message created hello world. And another interesting thing, I can commit and push right away. So I select this option, and yes, it has been pushed, everything fine. And if I go to the repository now, if I go to the repository now, here is my repository. I have hello world project here with my readme and my code. So that is how we gonna learn. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use these tools to generate code if we stuck. We won't spend much time on, typing things and trying to learn how these things work inside. What we need is understanding the principles of how language is working. And everything else nowadays could be finished with ChatGPT and Copilot. Everything would be fine, and I would say even more. There is a name for this type of developing thing. It's called vibe coding, or it's called Python developer with generative AI. So it means that you code and ask ChatGPT or ask Copilot how it's gonna be better to be done. So that is everything what I've wanted to show you. Don't be afraid, be brave, and start learning today. Check the repository that I'm gonna share. It would be under the video. In the links under the video, check that repository, check the guides, see the roadmaps, and try work with ChatGPT and Copilot. Should you have any question, you can write me. See you guys soon. Bye bye.